If you've been following the news, you know that Kristy, Sarah, and Desmond Scott are getting a divorce. And now a TMZ video just dropped showing Desmond passionately kissing another woman. And let's just say people are not happy. Now, this whole situation with Desmond, this isn't just about cheating anymore. No. It's not about just that. It's about timing, it's about respect, and what it really means to end a long marriage.
This TMZ story just came across my FYP, and it is allegedly Desmond Scott, husband of Kristy Scott, engaged in about a 30-second long lip lock with this mystery woman. They said they filed in court recently that they wanted details of their divorce to be kept private. Then why are you kissing women publicly? Kristy, looking very unbothered, posted this beautiful picture of herself with a brand new haircut with the caption, "Same address." I hope that this isn't in retaliation for that. Like, you're not trying to change the narrative. You're not trying to go tit for tat with your wife in public. This is none of our business. Take us out the group chat. Y'all have been in the limelight long enough to know that there is a spotlight on everything you say and do. People are going through old videos talking about there were signs. Like, y'all realize people are watching. You have to be even more careful of the messages you send with your actions. This kind of behavior by a married man who's been in tabloids all week isn't just sloppy. It's negligent and humiliating. For all we know, they've been living separately for months, maybe even years, but it's about the optics of it all. The Bible talks about staying away from even the appearance of evil. You can't pop out with somebody new when the ink isn't even dry on the divorce papers. He just made that Instagram post talking about how he wants to be a good co-parent and father. Popping out with somebody that's not their mother, that's not how you do it, Desmond. I know the emotions are raw and tensions are high, but if y'all don't stop going back and forth with each other publicly, the only people you're going to hurt are those kids. Even if they're not currently in love, honor the love that you once had for each other by not humiliating each other publicly.
Now, let's start from the very, very beginning, okay? Kristy and Desmond met as teenagers and built a life together. They were married for 10 years, had 2 beautiful children, and even recently built a brand new home together. On the surface, their relationship looked perfect. A lot of women wanted what Kristy had. I've had a lot of videos where people are saying, you know what, if Kristy got this, I too can get this. I shouldn't have to settle. And there are some people who came out trying to say that Desmond was a dusty and Desmond was not attractive. And in 2026, we will not be doing that. We will not be acting blind because we both know that that's a damn lie. Desmond is a very attractive man, and I don't think he's going to struggle out here in the market, especially finding a terrible woman, a terrible, beautiful woman, because he lacks integrity, and therefore he's going to attract a woman who lacks integrity as well. Anyway, behind their marriage, behind those closed doors, things were not so perfect. As a matter of fact, we started seeing in recent videos their tension, like the tension between them was very, very visible. They looked irritated with each other all the time, like 2 people who were over the relationship, but still trying to make things work. He no longer laughed out of joy. He laughed out of obligation, as if he was being forced. Okay, now I'm not here to speculate recklessly, but that timing is so hard to ignore. Before that TMZ video dropped, Desmond had already publicly said that he wanted a separation from Kristy. Now, this was towards the last quarter of 2025, I'm guessing, and based on how quickly everything unfolded after that, it raises a very, very serious question. Was this about him needing space, or was it about him wanting something different? And yes, a lot of people are also asking about the other woman, because people are asking, like, how can this woman do this to Kristy? Here's the thing. Kristy and Desmond are very, very public. Most people know these people, okay? Most people know Kristy and Desmond. And after this divorce, more people who even didn't know about them now. So the audacity of this woman to be out there kissing on Desmond in public, knowing that there's another woman who is out there struggling and suffering, I just feel like that is cruel. But again, if you're a man like Desmond who lacks integrity and who is very careless, you are just going to attract careless and women who lack integrity, just like yourself. Like attracts like. But let's be very clear, this is not about blaming the other woman, because we all know who made that commitment. Desmond was the one who was married. Desmond was the one who took the vows. And ultimately, it was his actions during a time when the marriage was supposedly still being worked through that led Kristy to file for a divorce.
Well, I just seen on TMZ that Desmond Scott was caught kissing another woman. And what's so peculiar about this case was I was just reading the business that ain't got nothing to do with me. And at first I thought like, okay, maybe they just got tired of each other. But is it always another woman? Cause I'm so, like, the way he was kissing her, it's like he been knew her. Like that's not a woman he just met. Cause they wasn't just kissing, like they was making out, like making love to each other's face. So that just leads me to ask, when men be unhappy, is it always another woman? Is it always that? Because dang, I try to give my brother a benefit of the doubt, just be like, they've been together since they was kids, maybe they just outgrew each other. But no, it's another woman.
And let's be real for a second. This wasn't some private moment that accidentally got caught. This was TMZ. Cameras were there. Desmond was there and he was in a public space. He knew that people had cameras. He knew that he was like a quote unquote public figure. He knew this, which means that at no point did he stop to think about his kids or his family, or how this would reflect on his 10-year marriage with Kristy. Because when you move like that, publicly, that fast, it's not about romance anymore. It really comes off as careless, like none of that history with Kristy ever mattered. And that pisses me off so badly. Let's be clear, this isn't speculation and this is not to be disputed. Desmond cheated before the divorce was filed. He said it himself, and the divorce paper Kristy filed lists infidelity as the reason for the breakdown of the marriage. That's public knowledge, okay? So when people say he is single now, he should be allowed to do whatever he wants, I think that's completely missing the point. Yes, the divorce has been filed, but the cheating is what caused it. That's why this TMZ video feels so off to me, because this isn't just a man moving on after a clean break or after a woman filed for a divorce for no reason. This is someone who cheated, ended a 10-year marriage with children, and then 2 weeks later after the divorce has been filed is publicly making out with another woman. And to me, that is just so distasteful and disrespectful. Now, cheating is not illegal, or what he's doing right now, making out with other women, is not illegal. It's not forbidden by anybody. It's just so disrespectful and down low. That's just what I think. And the speed at which Desmond is moving raises a lot of questions. Now, I'm not trying to accuse him of anything. I'm just raising questions like, was he emotionally checked out when he started getting involved with this woman? Was this woman the reason why he decided to leave his marriage? Was this woman the reason why he cheated? Is he in love with this woman? I have so many questions. Or did he just want to smash something different from Kristy? We may never get those answers. But all I can say is that Desmond is very, very careless, and he is being very reckless with what he's doing. Because to be honest, a decade-long marriage like this does not deserve to be followed by immediately you making out with another woman in public. It does not deserve this. This is so disrespectful. And here's the truth that we don't talk enough about. Respect doesn't disappear just because love does. You can stop loving someone and still honor what you shared. You can leave a marriage and still be mindful of your ex's feelings. You can be done with someone but still move on with dignity. Desmond's actions, at least publicly, don't reflect that kind of maturity. He is not mature at all. It's like he started all over from 14. Like when him and Kristy met, he started all over from there at 31, or is it 32? I don't know.
Y'all, did y'all see what TMZ just posted on their page? They caught Desmond with another woman, locked lips, okay? And that kiss was passion, okay? That man looked like he is in love. See, this is why I couldn't be in the media, because that's not even my man, and my stomach dropped. Kristy, she'll be all right. Like, she's rich. She rich. But see, yeah, I don't know. I could not be in the media, yo. Like, I would be sick. That's not even my man. And I'm like, my stomach dropped. That man looked like he in love, y'all.
As a married man of 15 years and a semi-serious content creator, it sounds like that man wanted out. After reading his statement about what was going on and how things had not been all good between he and his wife, and him during that time period where they were trying to make these decisions, he made some outside decisions that led to the divorce. Yeah, this man wanted out by any means necessary. It's not funny. And look, I can't make an educated guess. Only they know exactly what happened between them. But I know what it looks like when a man is ready to leave. Because in his statement, he said that he is ready and willing to be an active father and be a great partner. Basically, he's ready to be a co-parent and do whatever needs to be done to make sure his kids are taken care of. So when he talked about separating the first time, bro was more than likely already checked out. Some of the best advice I've heard the OGs tell young ladies is that don't ever let a man tell you he don't want you more than once. Because after that, he not gonna tell you no more. He just gonna show you. This whole couple content game is dangerous because after a while, everything becomes about image. People feel like they own what you put out. They own your relationship or the outcome of your relationship. And so it's hard for you to go out in public and have a bad day. You got to watch what you post. You know what I'm saying? People want to infer, imply, and assume as soon as you do something that looks like it's out of the ordinary or just doesn't sit well with them. Keep your relationships offline. And I don't care if you are Will and Jada. I don't care if you're me and my wife. I don't care if y'all are two crackheads in an alley. Keep your relationship offline.
Now, what is surprising the most to me is how women, especially the women who supported Desmond through this cheating, are now flipping and now supporting Kristy because they've seen what we all seen. They've seen that TMZ video, and all of us have understood that that is just down low. That is disgusting as hell of Desmond to do that. So even the people who supported Desmond and say that Kristy was being a bit too much, that Kristy was just a nuisance, that Kristy did not know when to stop being quote unquote funny, a lot of these women are now realizing that Desmond was a problem all along. A lot of these women are now coming to their senses and realizing that if a man wants to cheat, they will find whichever and whatever excuse they can find to cheat. A cheater is a cheater, okay? A cheater will always go and cheat on you. That's what they do. Cheaters cheat. That's what they do. And if Desmond had any iota of dignity, any iota of integrity, he would have waited until the divorce was done for him to go ahead and start cheating. He would have waited for that time. I mean, he's been with this woman for what, 15 years? He would have waited one more year for this divorce to be done. He would have waited. But what did he do instead? He went ahead and cheated on this woman without any regard for his family, without any regard for his boys, without any regard for his own dignity. That's what he did. And that just shows what kind of character this man has. And I'm just going to say this, that Kristy and this public image, they painted a perfect picture. As a matter of fact, because Desmond didn't talk as much, we just assumed things about him. We assumed he was the perfect man. We assumed that Kristy was a problem because Kristy did a lot of crazy stunts. She was always out there in the public spaces doing cartwheels and doing all these embarrassing things. And people just assumed that Kristy was the problem. But now that we are allowing, now that the world is allowing, or is it the universe that is allowing Desmond to act the way he acts, to show his true colors, we are all beginning to see who Desmond really is. And now we are all realizing that that man was never it. He was never it. Now, the speed at which Desmond has moved on from this relationship with Kristy communicates something very important, because moving on publicly 2 weeks after a divorce filing suggests that maybe emotionally he's been moved on. He's been detached from Kristy for a very, very long time. And maybe he moved on emotionally within the marriage. So now he's just living a normal life because he's already moved on, because he did that while in the marriage. Or it could mean that he has a desire for public validation, because you remember that people had mentioned that maybe he's not into women, he's into people of the same gender as him. And so maybe he's trying to debunk those rumors by showing us that he's still into women. But whatever it is that he's doing, I don't like it, and none of it inspires empathy from me. All I feel is disappointment. I am completely disappointed by this man. And he's not even my man. Like, the other day I was just looking at my man. I'm just wondering, like, if he would do something like this to me. Because he looks a little bit like Desmond. The picture that the social media has painted about Desmond is that he is a good man. Is that this is the man that cooks for his wife. Is that this is a family man. I remember watching his videos the very, very, very beginning of their journey, and I would see how Weston, their youngest son, how he adores Desmond. And I was just thinking, oh my God, what a great father, what a great man, what a great leader. Okay. And so I'm disappointed by what he's doing right now, because a marriage of over a decade deserves at least a period of emotional pause before going public with a new relationship. I feel so sad for Kristy. I can only imagine what she is going through. Could you imagine the shame? Could you imagine the embarrassment of picking a man like this one? Could you imagine having kids with a man like this one and then him embarrassing you like this? Could you imagine? And to imagine that, we were just trying to digest the divorce. We were just trying to digest the divorce. And here comes Desmond, tonguing down another woman in public. Now we have to digest this thing. We just started the year. Oh my God, it's so disappointing. Jesus. Anyway, I think that Kristy tried to fight for her marriage before finally filing. That's what I think. But Desmond was like, nope, I'm out. I'm trying to taste something different. I'm trying to get into something different. I want to see the world. I've been with you since I was 14. I want to see the world. He was ready. He was ready. He does not know how to act. You can tell. He does not know how to act, this one. Desmond made his choices, he made his bed, and now he has to lie in it. Now the public gets to witness the fallout. And that TMZ video didn't just show a kiss. What it highlighted was the absence of restraint from Desmond, the absence of care, and the disrespect that man has for his marriage or his former marriage, okay? And that's why people are pissed off. A lot of people are pissed off because they thought that Desmond was the perfect husband, only to find out that he's just like every other cheating man out there. Only to find out that he's a cheater, okay? And I understand when people say that Desmond 2026 would not be able to bag a Kristy 2026. I get that, because have you seen the quality of that man's choices? Have you seen the character on that man? Have you seen how that man is moving? Yeah, no, I don't think there's anybody who would want someone with such a character. It's so down low, so disrespectful, so disgusting. Anyway, tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Kristy. Let me know what you think about Desmond. Let me know what you think about this new woman.